What is a weak square in chess strategy? Imagine a battlefield where some spots are more vulnerable than others. In chess, those spots are called weak squares. They are squares on the board that your pawns cannot defend or control. Because pawns move forward and only attack diagonally, they often leave certain squares unprotected. These unguarded squares become prime real estate for your opponent's pieces to occupy. When a piece, especially a knight, sits on a weak square, it can control many important areas and limit your options. Weak squares usually appear when your pawn structure gets compromised. For example, if you push pawns forward or exchange pawns, you might leave behind holes in your defenses. These holes are often on the 3rd and 4th ranks for white or the 5th and 6th ranks for black. The exact location depends on how the pawns move and the position of other pieces. In the middle game, controlling or exploiting these weak squares becomes a key part of your strategy. Placing a knight on a weak square can be very powerful because it's hard for your opponent to challenge or kick it away with pawns. Once a piece is on a weak square, it can threaten your opponent's pieces or support an attack. To take advantage of weak squares, you can try to establish your own piece there and keep it firmly in place. This puts pressure on your opponent and can limit their mobility. Another tactic is to exchange your opponent's defending piece that controls the weak square, gaining permanent control. Sometimes, you can even create weak squares in your opponent's camp by provoking pawn moves or sacrificing material to break down their pawn structure. Focusing on weak squares guides your plan for piece placement and pawn breaks. For example, a knight deep in the enemy territory on a weak square can act like a thorn, controlling key points and supporting your attack. Recognizing these weak spots and exploiting them can turn the tide of the game, giving you positional advantages that can lead to material gains or even a winning attack. Understanding the concept of weak squares is a fundamental part of middle game strategy that can help you outsmart your opponent and improve your overall game.